Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chino B taking you here with me on the path to luxury. Welcome back. And I just want to go and just express some knowledge and some wisdom, hopefully. And this is my second time recording this, so I'm still post the first one. I just think this one is going to be better. So, let's do it. So basically, I just want to explain that it's very hard to downgrade in life. When you achieve certain things in life, it's very hard to downgrade. When you upgrade, your house, your car, your woman or your man, I guess, it's hard to regress, and people will make you feel bad about wanting more. And I think that if you're a person like me who may struggle to understand, maybe I wouldn't say fitting in, because I don't want to fit in. I never like fitting in, because I don't know what the fuck fitting in is. You know what I'm saying? Because I be in my own lane. Like, that is, I don't really be worrying about what the next person really is doing if it's not beneficial to me and what I'm trying to accomplish. Like, if it's not liberating, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But I would say that it's like being authentic with people who understand you more than you understand yourself. And what I mean by that is that it's like, if you're being authentic with somebody, like say if you got it, like everybody has, man, I'm always going off the track, but hopefully you follow me, but everybody has groups, right? And if your group is, we'll say, you're punk rock basketball players, I don't know. They're punk rock basketball players, and I like caviar and champagne on a fucking Tuesday. Like, literally, when I come home every day, I have caviar and champagne, right? So, if you're not into what I'm into, it may cause animosity, one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? I might not be thinking you're classy because you like to play fucking ball and be a punk rock person. I don't know. You might not think that I am masculine or cool because I like caviar and champagne. This is just an example, right? So what I'm saying is that you have to learn that the caveat is that you have to be around. It's like birds of a feather flock together. Eagles don't soar with buzzards. You have to be around people who are liberating to who you are as a person versus those who are going to have animosity towards who you're trying to become. I think it's simple as that. Like, you don't have to owe anybody an explanation for why you want to do better in life. Like, you know what I mean? You owe yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is hard, nigga. If you're going to struggle for what you want and what you need, not really what you want in a sense, because you may want something, and if you struggle to want something that's not going to benefit you in the long run, then you may not need it. But I know in my life, it's been things that you would never think, like I wouldn't think that I would need it later on as much as I needed it, simply just because I wanted it in my intuition, in my heart. Excuse me. Like, it's been material items that I bought a few times. Like, I don't know, the material shit is just my shit, I guess. So, it's been material things that I bought that was expensive in the sense that I ended up utilizing, right? And I never would have thought that I needed it. Like it was a messenger bag I got from Tommy Hilfiger. I used to work at Tommy Hilfiger. I bought a messenger bag, and I think I used that messenger bag to hold like my Xbox when I was struggling, shit like that. You would never thought I was struggling because I had it in Tommy Hilfiger bag, shit like that. Like, I don't know, like I wanted a note. A Samsung Note. I know everybody likes iPhone. We're in the system of iPhone, you know what I mean? So hopefully Samsung doesn't become obsolete, but because I think Samsung is cool, genuinely. And Samsung has a Note, and I know that I wanted the Note because of the functionality, and I ended up needing the functionality because of the pen. I was signing a lot of documents that year, a lot of documents, and it's a bitch to try to do that shit. It's just little shit that I noticed in my life that I learned to appreciate. That I'm like, damn, if I didn't have this thing, then it would have been a lot more harder to do this thing. And it's like, at that time, when you tell people shit, they don't understand your vision. They don't understand God's seed in you, who is telling you, hey, you should do this thing. It may not make no sense. It may not be financially responsible. It may not need to be. All you need to do is do what your intuition is telling you, because it's telling you for a reason. Like, for example, a good one. Before Pooh Shiesty came out with the Shiesty mask and shit like that, I'm not doing a tangent about saying I was wearing them first. It wasn't about that. I genuinely was wearing them in 2016, 2017, only due to the fact that I was living in Colorado. Ironically, the fashion side of it popped off later on. But I was wearing it for the cold, and I like fashion. So next thing I know, that shit popped off in its own right. Like, he made that shit popping, right? So my point with that is that you're going to be ahead of your time, and you may not ever realize it until the time comes, because some shit may not be ready. Like, the world is not ready for. Our minds are not even fathoming the things that you may, as a person, have in store for the world, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. So don't let anybody discourage you for wanting more, because you may want it for a reason. So I'm not gonna say don't get what you want, get what you need, but I would say use your discernment when it comes to what it is that you want and what it is that you need, and the purpose that it may or can be used for. Because in the long run, this may help save your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may save your life. Like, at the end of the day, the most that you're losing when you are spending money is the fucking money. When you have a mindset of you're used to getting money, or you can get it again, unfortunately, it's a positive and a negative, because you can push yourself in a loop of, oh, I'll get it again, oh, I'll get it again, but you're never building anything. But if you learn how to coordinate your financial decisions, even if they're risky, it's called taking calculated financial risk, then you'll be able to sustain something a lot more better and be proud of what your decisions that you make. Because at the end of the day, in life, I believe that you should always live to be grateful and appreciative of decisions that you make. Because yeah, we're young now, but the decisions that you make now is going to either hinder you or progress you later on. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Like, yes, this shit is real. Like, it would definitely hinder you, bro. Like, don't get fucked up in the world trying to chase bitches that don't want shit out of life, don't have shit out of life, don't need shit out of life, that like niggas that don't want shit out of life, don't have shit out of life, don't need shit out of life. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a good mindset on your shoulders, you want more, than just wait a little bit longer and get what you deserve. Because at the end of the day, people that want to see you win and want to see you elevated are usually people that are doing better than you. Usually. That is a misconception too. I'm going to touch on that. It's a misconception that people that are doing better than you want to see you do better or are not intimidated. Bullshit, okay? Because if that was the case, more fucking people would be put on in the world, right? Like, if you a rapper, a content creator, a fucking, I don't know, chef, I don't know. I'm not throwing shots because I do half of this shit, you know what I'm saying, personally, but it's just like, it's more, I'm not looking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is just in general, because I don't ask somebody for shit. So I would say that for the people that be hungry, right, and they're looking to be put on, you know what I'm saying? And they be under niggas' wings for fucking years and don't get nothing. Word of my mother, that shit can't be me, bro. Like, I'm not, like, what do you, I'm not gaining anything from being around you. So then when you want to gain and you show your ambition, then niggas don't want to fuck with you and they'll disregard you, they'll act fake with you, they'll give you the fake handshake and shit. Like, I'm not with that. So I don't understand people who say, you know, rich people are people, no matter what the bank account looks like. If this dude was a dirtbag, jealous shithead before he got rich, he's a dirtbag, jealous shithead times 10 when he's rich. So at the end of the fucking day, I'm not going to do business with people that shake my hand weird, you understand? No matter how rich you are. I'm not going to do business with people who make me feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to do business with people who I feel like are jealous or intimidated by me, no matter how rich you are, because at the end of the day, it matters none. Because these are people, these are human beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to see you get further than them in life. So you have to keep in mind that it's not just little people that you're doing better than. There's also people that can be doing better than you that can be a little bit intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Overall, it is people that is doing better than you that don't really care if you're doing well in life. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I would just say, like, don't get that misconstrued. You know what I mean? Jealousy has no disregard. You know what I mean? It doesn't have no distinctions of who it can latch on to, for that matter. If you have it in you, then you know, jealousy is going to transfer to anybody. So I would say that understand that your ambitions in life can discourage people, and I had to learn that. And I'm like, wow, like, why would my ambitions discourage you? And the reason that it discourages people is that as a man, it's a competition out here, right? And I feel like when you start to, they say, feel yourself, or you start to walk in your purpose and really know who you are as a person, and you fully step into, this is who I am, like, this is how I want to be taken. Like, I like to be taken serious relatively. I like people to look at me and be like, yeah, he's about business, he's a boss, he's handling his shit. Like, no matter how fucking young I am, like, my mind is like $100 million mind. So it don't matter about what your bank account looking like. It don't matter about what you have or nothing like that, because it's all about your mindset. If you have $100 million mindset like I do, then you have $100 million in your bank account. You're just waiting for the check. You feel me? So what it is that you have to understand that people is going to be a little insecure, because it's a big world out there, bro. And the world is not going to slow down in its motion of innovation. It's a new world that we're walking into. I'm ahead of my time. I'm fully aware of that. I've always been ahead of my time, and I walk in, and I love that about myself. Now, is it discouraging sometimes, because people may not catch what I'm putting down until later on, and then, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you're out of place, when in reality you're just ahead of the race, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because people that are living fast like rabbits, they don't last long. They end up getting slept on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be a tourist, because I win at the end of the day. And when people don't want to see you win, they don't get far in life. That's because they hit a stagnancy in their life that they don't know where to go next. And they don't want to try to figure out what it is that they can do to move and push further into their next ideal level, because they may not have the mindset of figuring out what it is the next level is for them. But when you have the mindset, the ambition, and the work ethic to do these things, then you're a fucking threat. You're dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And I like being dangerous. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like intimidating people at the end of the day, because, you know what I'm saying, the competition keeps you sharp. It keeps you sharp. Because I've learned that in life, when I try to encourage people and, you know, show fellowship and sportsmanship and partnership and brothership, this is for me. I'm always used to being by myself because I don't have siblings and shit, so I'm cool with that. Like, it's just me. And I'm a one-man army, not because it's out of ego or arrogance. It's just what I'm used to. And it gives me a chance to analyze and look at crowds and look out the weak points of people. And it gives you time to have sound thought, you know what I mean? And, you know, when you try to fellowship with people, and I know it's like this, either you're going to look at me as competition, or either you're going to be complete, or you're going to compete. If you're complete, it's not going to be a reason for you to complete. If you follow me. If you're complete as a person, and yourself, as who you are, then you're not going to have a reason to compete with me or the next person, right? People compete with people that they feel like they're not completed as a person. This person seems like they're completed. They are cool with who they are. Even if they're a piece of shit, they're cool with being a piece of shit. But if you're a person, you could be this fancy, super high status guy, and it could be this little guy that you just feel like you don't like him because he's confident in who he is as an individual and you are not. And instead of doing the self-work and truly, genuinely getting to know God, getting to know yourself, working on your fitness, becoming strong as a man, becoming dangerous, standing on your principles and morals and your faith, these things is not easy. It's so easy to go out and party. It's so easy to fuck bitches. Like, it's so easy to just get money, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy. Like, it's so hard to have faith. It's so hard to keep your soul and not fold, because the world tells you that this is not good enough, that is not good enough, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, when in reality, you're just trying to find out who you are and what it is that you completed, that completes you as a person. So once you figure that out, the people that are still living in that matrix of that mindset can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand the fact that you have a mindset that's different than theirs, and that's fine. That's why I say you have to be around people that liberate your mind. So if you're not competing against me, then I will hope that you're on the team with me, because I want to win. I don't care how much money you got. I don't, I'm a fucking millionaire. I can care less. Once you touch the bread, like, you good. You know what I'm saying? So how much bread you got, how much bread I got, you know what I mean? It matters not, because it really gets to, like, are you happy? Do you have morals? Do you have values? Do you have a family? Do you have anything going for your fucking self except for, oh, you get money, you fuck bitches? Because if you like me, you know what I'm saying, before you get the wealth, you already was doing that. So then it's like, well, what's next? When does your mind elevate? Most people don't want to do that elevation because they're afraid of the shadow work, as they would say. They're afraid of looking at themselves in the mirror and be like, damn, I don't really like this person. You know what I mean? They'd rather drink it away, smoke it away, fuck it away, suck it away, whatever you want to do it, okay? Whatever it is, every fucking day, you just want to do something that takes away from who you are as a person because you don't like what you see. Instead of changing it, you just want to remain who you are. And, you know, don't despise those who put in the work X amount of hours every fucking day. Working hard, nigga. Getting up every day to maintain this lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when I was working 4 jobs. I put up 8 fingers. I was working 4 jobs, right? I was working 4 jobs. I was doing Ross, my main job, another job, because you know, keep some secrecy. Doing these jobs and in a side hustle, right? So basically, make a long story short, my dog passed. RIP to my buddy, right? That's my love. I want to make it to heaven so I can see him again. So that's my aspiration. So when my dog died, I already knew he was about to pass. God told me like a couple days before he passed. I was like, yeah, I need to go home because my dog is dying. So, make a long story short, I spent like the day with him, or try to spend some time with him. I still had to hustle and still had to get some bread. And make a long story short, I left out and I spoke to him before he left out, and he passed. You know what I mean? I didn't see him physically go. Probably would fuck my head up a little bit more. But I definitely said my goodbyes and spent time with him and let him know how much I loved him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my nigga. So I'm gonna get another dog eventually, but that was my fucking guy. You know what I mean? So, make a long story short, this is something for those in general who have aspirations. Like, success requires sacrifice in some type of shape, way, or form. And it's not always what people think, like, not in a satanic way. It's just, it requires sacrifice in the sense of, like, sometimes I wish I spent more time with my dog. And I literally, this is my schedule. I would wake up, do my main job from like 7 to 5, right? For example, do that, get like 30 minutes or to an hour to myself, take that time, spend it with my dog, take him, let him go run around and get his exercise. And he was sick, so I had to make sure that I fed him the best of healthiest food and shit, and made him his own food and fed him herbs and shit. That cost me like a rack or two. Medical bills and expenses cost me a rack. But anyway, so like, I would do that. I would, take him out, and then I would go to work, get off of work at Ross, fucking hustle like DoorDash and shit for like 3 hours after that. So I would do like, I don't know, was it like 16 hours fucking day? I don't know. It was about 16 hours. So I would have about 2 hours to myself every day. And overall, like, I achieved the shit that I wanted to achieve and maintain the shit that I wanted to maintain, relatively speaking. But it's kind of like, damn, like, I wish I'm gonna spend more time with my dog a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like in life, you're not gonna always have it all. It's gonna be shit that you gotta take and leave in life, you know what I mean? If you wanna have certain things, and it's not always a bad thing, because if like my life is so busy right now, like it's constantly busy. So in the hindsight, like, I was fucked up, and I had to pick. I was by myself. I'm always by myself, so I had to pick him up and take him to the to get cremated or whatever. So like that sucked. So make a long story short, you realize that you make decisions based off of what you're trying to aspire to in the long run. Not everybody's gonna be comfortable, happy, or understanding of what you're trying to do, but you know what your vision is, and you may be ahead of your time. Don't let nobody discourage you or make you feel bad for being ahead of your time, because their mind is not expanded, nor will it probably ever be. It's a lot of people who would never expand their mind because they're afraid of the truth. They don't want to talk about God because they don't want to acknowledge their sins, and then they're too egotistical and too arrogant and too stupid. Honestly, too stupid just to say I'm sorry, God. Like, it's just stupid. Like, honestly, some shit like with the humans, because I believe I'm angelic. So I'm gonna say with humans, it's stupid because Satan knows that God is real, but he convinced you that Satan isn't real. So then you believe that God isn't real. He's convinced you so much that God is bad, and that it's better to follow yourself and yourself, your own joy. Then you're still unhappy. You're still living in filth in the body, in the soul, in the temple, and then your excuse is because he ain't real, or you've done too much, or in reality you just don't want to change. You just don't want to change your lifestyle, and it's okay. It's cool. Just admit that you chose Satan, because if you ain't choosing God, you're choosing the devil. Either which way, I think we just need to be honest about that. I think it's nothing to really be frowned upon. You know what I mean? That's your choice. Hey man, it was all pre-written. But hey man, I could go on all day. There's not enough that I can say, but yeah, I'll say that. We out, man. Peace.